3 musicals, 1 month, different cities, setup and last minute tech issues. Here is what it's really like to live in the pit. My name is Emiliano and this past month I played guitar for Into the Woods, Violet and Head Over Heels. It was a mad mix of traveling, rehearsals, gear swaps, learning new cues on the fly, and I've recorded as much as I could of it. So if you ever wonder what pit life looks like, here it is. Into the Woods was at a theatre in Guildford, and in this particular situation the band was completely separated from the cast and the stage, so we were in a different room and we could only hear the cast through our in-ear monitors, which meant to be very extra cautious with every cue. Here is how I set up my rig for this show. Okay, this is my spot. From the left side we have the acoustic guitar, my Taylor, page turner, quad cortex, iPad with the iPad stand that I showed you guys in the other video, the second holder for an iPhone or any other phone, my personal mixer and my electric. To be fair, this show is more about acoustic with just a couple of moments with the electric and the lead sound, and this is my point of view. Also, if you're not into musical theatre at all, Sondheim originally wrote the music for Into the Woods without a guitar part, but since this production wanted to bring some more contemporary elements to the music, the MD wrote a guitar part for me, taking bits and bobs from woodwinds, bassoon and other instruments and putting them together, trying to imagine what a guitar could play out of those parts. I have to say it's been very interesting and challenging at times because the parts were really a mixture of different beats where I had to move across the fretboard very quickly from bar to bar and move from comping to playing crazy tapping parts back and forth. That has been quite a challenge, but it also taught me a lot about following the MD, particularly when there's no actual percussion section to support the beat. Basically, if you want to play with me from 44 in 26C, what happens yesterday is that I got this 1 bar later, I think, which happens in 48. Violet was a different type of energy, I would say more intimate, more expressive. You could tell that straight from the sitzprobe, which was electric, which made playing this show very rewarding. The band was squeezed into a tight pit, but we made it work. At the end of the week, the crew came in to dismantle everything and get ready for the next show. Last up, Head Over Heels. This was a wild show with big guitars and big energy. I brought my main camera in this time and caught a lot more of the action.
If I can coin a phrase, gentlemen, it's a bit of privilege playing with you tonight. And all week. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
I also chatted a bit with Guitar One about his favorite numbers and his setup. Harry, can you guide us through your setup for this particular gig?
Yeah, sure. So I have everything going through line 6 Helix floor, so acoustic and electric, and I have 8 snapshots which I go between. I use 2 guitars for this show, so I've got the Martin OM acoustic and I've got Music Man Access Super Sport. The show does have mandolin as well, but just for ease, I'm doing a sort of simulation of a mandolin on the Martin.
Harry, just a final question. Favorite and worst number for you on this show?
For me, the worst one is very easy, and that is definitely Here You Are, the slow acoustic one.
Okay.
Not
you were like, it was like exposed part or?
I just think it's slow and I don't enjoy playing it. I go wrong an annoying amount for a song which is so easy. I sort of lose, and it's so long and it's so slow, and I just, it's just not my favourite.
Midway through the show, we had some tech issues and the tech had to jump in to figure out what was going on.
What's happening? What are you doing?
Yeah, I want to test that everybody can hear the vocals in their in-ears. But if you keep them on right now, then you might get a lot of noise that you don't want. So
I've soloed the vocals.
No, I would take them out. I'm going to play some really loud noise.
Okay.
And yep, just like Violet, everything came down again right after the final curtain. 3 shows back to back taught me a lot about adaptability, quick thinking, following cues, and being part of a tight ensemble, even when you're not on stage. Here's a quick look at the gear that I used. If you're a guitarist looking for pit work or you're just curious about the behind the scenes of musical theatre, hit the like and subscribe. I'll be posting more deep dives into specific setups, tips for rehearsals, and stories from the road. And if you ever played in a musical pit, I would love to hear your favorite and worst show experience in the comments. And one more thing, I will upload as a separate video the full interview with Guitar One for Head Over Heels if you just want to geek out on gear and patches.